Ramana Maharshi's words are deep and direct. My comments are intended to bring his deep words into your experience. This week is talk 131. Let me get it up on screen. Mr. Subba Rao asked, what is Mukta Prana, the chief prana, the primary life force? And Maharshi responded, it is that from which the ego and the prana rise. It's sometimes called Kundalini. Consciousness is not born at any time. It remains eternal. But ego is born, so also other thoughts. Associated with the absolute consciousness, they shine forth, not otherwise. Then he asked, what is moksha, liberation? Maharshi says, moksha is to know that you were not born. Be still and know that I am God. To be still is not to think. Know and not think is the word. Then he says there are said to be 6 centers. The heart center is 2 finger breadth to the right of the middle line. But the heart is also formless. Should we then imagine it to have a shape and meditate on it? Maharshi responds, no, only the quest, who am I, is necessary. What remains all through deep sleep and waking is the same. But in waking, there is unhappiness and the effort to remove it. Ask who wakes up from sleep. You say, I. Now you are told to hold fast to this I. If it is done, the eternal being will reveal itself. Investigation of I is the point, and not meditation on the heart center. There is nothing like within or without. Both mean either the same thing or nothing. Of course, there is also the practice of meditation on the heart center. It is only a practice and not investigation. Only the one who meditates on the heart can remain aware when the mind ceases to be active and remain still, whereas those who meditate on other centers cannot be so aware, but infer that the mind was still only after it again becomes active. So this is a conversation between Ramana Maharshi and Mr. Subba Rao, where they discuss the concepts of the chief prana, the primary life force, and liberation, moksha, in the context of Advaita Vedanta. Mr. Subba Rao asks about the nature of Mukhya Prana, the primary life force or vital energy in the body. Ramana explains that this chief prana is that from which the ego and the regular prana, the vital breath, arise. He notes that it is sometimes referred to as Kundalini, a concept in yoga representing dormant spiritual energy coiled at the base of the spine. Yoga sees Kundalini as the primordial power of consciousness itself. Ramana says that consciousness is eternal and never born or created at any point in time. However, the ego and other thoughts are born and are impermanent. When associated with absolute consciousness, they appear to shine forth, but they have no existence independently of their own. They depend on absolute consciousness, which is who you are, for their very existence. Ramana points to the timeless and unchanging nature of pure consciousness, the true self, beyond egoic identification and fleeting thoughts. These videos help bring Ramana Maharshi's teachings into your direct experience. Subscribe now